The most important thing leaders should be doing is to keep learning. Understand these new technologies. Don't be afraid to embrace. Don't be afraid to go back to school. Learn how technology is shaping the world around you, and you will be ahead of your competitors.
So I think we all hear a lot about AI, but there's actually two more general purpose technologies that I would like for you to have on your radar. The second one is biotechnology. So biotechnology, just like AI, is kind of an umbrella term that includes many different types of technologies. So in biotech, I would look at CRISPR, something called synthetic biology. Pretty soon, we're going to be able to edit the living world just like we edit the digital world today. And the last thing is quantum computing, which I know we don't have quantum computers yet. Everybody's been talking about it. At some point, there will be a change in the architecture of computers and networks. We already have quantum algorithms. So I think AI, biotech, and quantum are these general purpose technologies that are going to shape the future, and importantly, they interact with each other. So I would look for convergences as well.
I cannot predict the future of AI because there's too many interdependent variables in play. We're all talking about a couple of developments that just happened in ChatGPT world, right? Generative AI. There's an entire universe of AI, of completely different things, not to mention things like regulation, politics, inflation, war, all of these things, which together create the future of AI. So the issue is, it's not enough for us to see one great example of AI doing something. We have to consider all of these other elements.
I think the most important is to have the big objective, because it's what customers, employees, and partners expect from the companies. High energy prices, inflation, corruption. So just look around, find the acute issues in your region, in your country, and address them in the form of the big objective for your company.
Pick one that you can make a difference against. Pick one that you can build a business case around. That's how to think about it if you're a business person. Don't try and solve all the problems of the world tomorrow. Take something you can make progress on, set metrics, and get going.
I think we need new paradigms. So if you see how we build our society, the last 50, 60, 70 years, then it's all based on efficient processes, economical growth, and so on. And I think that we need creative people with an idea about how we can serve society in a way that we still have profitable organizations, meaningful organizations that have another balance with their environment than what we have now, and that asks for another paradigm. Now, I got this question when I was in Vienna, in Austria, from a banker. He said, I think it can work for several people, but what do I do with the lazy people? And I said, the lazy people are in your head. So that's a view on people. I think you should respect people, and in my opinion, there are no people who are lazy. Usually, I said, perhaps it's your behavior that people got distracted and they don't like the way you are leading them, and they don't agree with your style, because if you're asking me, the way you put it here is not very friendly. If you talk about your employees in that way, you should be proud of them instead of putting them here as lazy people.
Build a team that's committed to the same things that you are, and be willing to try and try again. As an entrepreneur, you have a huge advantage, and that huge advantage is no money. The big firms, they're too rich, they're too big, they're too slow. They miss the moments of change. You can find them.
The most important thing that a leader or anyone can do for themselves is ask themselves what choices really matter. You shouldn't be making every choice that comes your way. You need to know what are the sort of top 3 to 5 choices that are most important. And that's why I often say you have to be choosy about choosing. That's how you will experience the power of choice. The power of choice comes from 2 functions. The first is that choice allows you to pick the best from a set of options that are available to you, right? And that can be empowering. But what if there is no option available for what you need? And that's when you need to be able to do the second purpose of choice, which is to create a new meaningful choice. And the way we create new meaningful choices is to take what we know of existing options that already exist and now combine them in new ways that speaks to a problem that you're trying to solve for. So that's how we create our best ideas.
The more choices we have makes us feel that we will have more opportunities to find that perfect match, that perfect expression for who I am and what I want. But in truth, what we really want is to feel competent during the choosing process, confident with the choice that we made, so that we can defend why we chose what we chose. And in the process, that's what gives us a meaningful choice.
Is diversity and inclusion important in creating sustainable futures? Is a question that I'm getting a lot, that you're probably thinking through quite a bit as well. I think the moment in time that we're in is one in which we are working really hard to make the business landscape better in every possible way. And even without emerging technology, I think there's a desire to make the technology serve everybody, to make businesses serve everybody. So this is certainly going to play a role going forward in the future.
One of the most popular fear among women is to start the business. So that's why we should support women entrepreneurs, because they need such kind of assistance. They need psychological assistance, but also it's very important to form communities for them, because community could give them strength and sure exchange of experience between countries. I went to Vienna and I spent 6 months there. And after 6 months, I decided to come back with 2 big objectives: to help our companies to work on sustainability, but also to help displaced Ukrainian women to start or restart their businesses. Last August, I started this program from scratch without any resources or people. Now, there are 12 people work on the program. We have 4 offline hubs in 4 regions, and we have already trained 500 women entrepreneurs.
The root cause behind every single malware infection and data leak and data breach is either a technical problem or a human problem. Technical problems are hard and expensive to fix, but at least we can fix them. We find the bug which caused the vulnerability, we create a patch, we update all the systems. But with human problems, there is no patch for human brain. The only patch we have is education. And Nordic Business Forum is all about education. That's the solution.